The McDonald's location that Donald Trump worked at just paid the massive price for letting Trump do his stunt there. And that's exactly what we're going to be going over in this video. But real quick, before we get into the massive price that the McDonald's location paid, I want to go over what some actual McDonald's employees thought about Trump's visit. So let's take a look at this article, and then we'll go into the price that the McDonald's location paid. McDonald's workers roast Trump over insulting cosplay stunt at restaurant that failed health inspection. Donald Trump's obsession with questioning Kamala Harris's work experience at McDonald's peaked over the weekend when he worked at the fry cooker at a Pennsylvania branch without a hairnet or gloves. McDonald's workers have now given their verdict on the former president's performance and came away less than impressed. Trump has baselessly called his Democratic opponent's summer stint at McDonald's a lie, so he decided to try his hand at the fast food chain himself, shutting down a Bucks County restaurant to do so. While serving food through the drive-thru window and working the fry cooker, some have pointed out that he wasn't taking proper precautions at a location that has previously been cited for health code violations. And here's a picture of Trump at the McDonald's. Earlier this year, this location didn't meet the compliance requirements of the Bucks County Health Department. A health inspection in March at the Feasterville Trevose, sorry, I probably mispronounced that, location resulted in 4 violations, including citing employees not having their hands clean and properly washed. Food employees are not washing their hands as required before putting on gloves, after handling soiled tableware, after handling raw meat, before handling clean tableware, equipment, or utensils. CFSM must review hand washing requirements with staff. Observed employees handling raw beef with gloves and then switching gloves without hand washing step in between. And this is from the health inspector. The report also noted a lack of hairnets. Food workers are not wearing hair restraints as required, which includes management that assists in packaging and preparing food. Employees shall wear hair restraints such as hats, hair coverings, or nets that are effectively designed and worn to keep their hair from contacting exposed food, or clean equipment, utensils, and linens, and unwrapped single-service and single-use articles. This Sunday's photo shoot of the former president captured him in a white button-down shirt, ketchup-colored tie, and blue apron with yellow stripes, but without gloves or a hairnet, while working at the McDonald's stop in the swing state. The Independent has reached out to Bucks County Health Department and a representative for McDonald's for a comment. Now here's where it starts getting good. Workers for the fast food chain shared their opinions in the Reddit thread r/McDonald's employees and were quick to point out that Trump did not seem to meet the chain's typical requirements. One user said, "Where's his approved uniform shirt? His hat?" Another added, "As evidenced by other pictures, he's not wearing non-slip shoes and he isn't wearing a hairnet." Another one wrote, "Great, so he passed out bags of food for 5 minutes for a photo op. Now let's see him actually take on the responsibilities of a full shift every day for a few years. This is cosplay and insulting to people who have actually worked any amount of time in their lives." The restaurant closed down for 30 minutes while Trump played dress up. It's unclear if the branch's workers were paid during that interim. But I think it's clear that this stunt was a complete insult to people who are actually working hard at McDonald's or any other fast food place. He and his campaign are trying to make it seem like this was done in good faith, but it's clear that he just wanted a photo shoot to try to get one on Harris. And that's especially apparent because it is just clear that Kamala Harris was not lying when she said that she worked at McDonald's, and that makes this stunt even more insulting. But now that we've seen what some actual McDonald's employees thought about this, let's take a look at the massive price that this McDonald's paid for letting Trump do his stunt there. So let's take a look at this tweet that sort of explains what's going on here. The McDonald's Trump worked at has been getting so many fake reviews on Yelp, Yelp has stopped new comments from being added. Here are a few. So yeah, it seems like this McDonald's location has been getting review bombed because Trump went there. And some of these reviews are just amazing, so let's read them. Customer service was a joke. Senile old man got bronzer on my fries, didn't wear gloves, repeated himself several times, something about Ronald McDonald in the showers at the golf club. The person who was at the drive-thru vaguely resembled someone who I saw on the news for being a convicted felon. This one was just top tier. Free lies with every shake. You just don't want to see who's shaking. I asked for an Arnold Palmer, old man told me he couldn't handle it. That one is also gold. The fries were too salty, as if someone who lost a major election has been crying over them for an hour. And it looks like this one's sort of just a repeat here. So yeah, these were all amazingly funny, and I wish that we could see some more, but It seems like Yelp has sort of taken them down and stopped them from coming up, so it's too bad. But overall, I'm glad that the McDonald's location got some funny reviews on its Yelp page, because it truly shows that associating with Donald Trump is just a bad idea, and I'm sure that there are now people who will purposely avoid that location because of what they did. And personally, I'm all here for it, because if you openly support a racist felon who normally wouldn't be allowed to work at the McDonald's anyway, you deserve to not be taken seriously.